What's up everyone? Another video for you all. This one is a video I've been wanting to do for a while. I saw this news come out around the time of 12th of January when this blog post came out. It's a big one for me, obviously not for a lot of people, it's basically notice of the players about the forums, the RuneScape forums, the official RuneScape forums are transitioning. They've already transitioned to read-only since January the 25th. It's now January the 29th in Australia. And they're actually removing them entirely on March the 28th, if you didn't know, because this news, I don't know, it's probably been, you probably heard about it somewhere on the grapevine, probably in-game, but, you know, this is, forums have been around for a long time, I'm pretty sure since Classic, and, you know, it's like, you know, Blizzard, like WoW, Blizzard game, World of Warcraft has the forums, and such a massive part of the game, obviously a much bigger game than RuneScape, but it's sort of sad to see it going. I can understand why they're doing this, especially for old school RuneScape. You know, forums are lucky nowadays if you have, like, in some of the sub forums, like, you know, 6 users it'll say, or even 2 users. So it's definitely a dead thing. I'm honestly quite surprised they're removing it. Like, I thought, I didn't think, you know, I don't know much about these things with how much it costs upkeep and things like that. I thought a lot of the forum mods are volunteers. Maybe there's not as many now. They're needed elsewhere. Maybe they're moving to these other places like Discord, Reddit, and Twitter. I know Old School RuneScape is very popular now with Reddit. For a long time now, it's been through Reddit, and that's taken over. And Twitter's a massive place for hearing about things like when the servers are down, or that's where you usually first hear it. You know, you come to the Old School website, but it makes sense because with the Jagex launcher, even though you see the news now, if you're using that news posts and things, you're still going to go straight through to the game and probably not look at it. So it makes sense for them to have updates now mainly through Twitter and things like that. But yeah, it's, you know, I'm not gonna read through all of this because it's a fair bit here, but it seems to me that it's mainly to do with that they've mainly wanted to have a separate location for players to be able to talk about things outside of the game, and the forums was a place that could do that before these social media platforms, you know, like Reddit and Twitter. More underground ones like Discord, which I feel are smartly being created through a need after, like, Ventrilo and Skype have had a downfall, and there's obviously other ones, but Discord is very heavily modded, and it's very good for people that know a bit of know-how with, you know, running it's sort of like, it really helps you business too if you're on the internet. A lot of these content creators have Discords, and really helps them grow more followers, and dedicated followers, I suppose. So that makes sense. I can understand that part of it. There's a lot of players with Old School RuneScape and RuneScape that are just streamers, and it brings attention to the game, and streamers are so important for the game. No matter what people think or might be annoyed by them, they are integral to the game because that's how people see the game, mainly through YouTube or streamers. So they've said the decision to retire the forums mainly is due to the small fraction of discussions happening in the RuneScape community. I feel like the only people that would really be affected by this, and this is going to sound like real douchey for me to say this as someone that actually has a green party hat at the moment on RuneScape 3, I feel like players that have a bit of an ego and You know, they might have a blue party hat, or they might have something super rare. As you all know, the forums, or if you don't know, the forums actually shows. There's a place in Falador. I don't know if there's any other place in RuneScape 3. There's a place outside Falador Wall, sort of near the Makeover Mage, where you can go into a photo booth in game and take a photo, and then that photo uploads into the forums as a picture, your avatar picture. And if you're wearing a party hat, it takes a photo of whatever's on your head. So I'm wearing an LA cap, so that would show that if I was in the real world. But obviously, blue party hat, you know, it shows the actual hat they're wearing. So I think a lot of players who have invested a lot of money on RuneScape 3 and mainly maybe play RuneScape 3 will be very torn about this being removed. I haven't gone in and seen the actual conversation around it, because I don't really. It's going to be removed, so for me that's peanuts. It's all gallery noise basically in the gallery, peanut gallery. But I honestly think the RuneScape 3 players who have those little that matters to them, who sell rares on there, I think they will be most affected. I don't think any old players probably will probably have a bit of a tiff about it. Like, it says that they've played since 2004 or 2003, 2006, whatever. Flex your time you played. Like, none of that shit matters anymore. Like, you living in the past. It doesn't matter. No one gives a crap that you've played the game for that long, or that you're wearing a fucking party hat in an avatar picture. It means, like, you most pull yourself. It means nothing. So I honestly think if people have a problem with that part, I think that's pathetic. I'm happy to have dislikes from that. I couldn't care less. It's my opinion, but I think the best way of letting go is once those players let go of that ego side, because it gets removed March 28th, regardless of what you want. And remember, Reddit and Twitter and whatever, you can still have your player thing. I think a lot of players won't care because they have a Twitter profile, and they have a lot of people actually have, if they don't have a YouTube, they have like an Old School RuneScape Twitter or a RuneScape 3 Twitter, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's the way around it. Reddit isn't for everyone. Like, for me, I struggle a little bit because there's a lot of weirdos on Reddit and a lot of negative Nancys. I think Twitter has a lot of weirdos, like full on unhinged like takes on there, and I'm very conservative with that stuff. So I'm not. I don't like to voice my stuff. I think that's a personal thing sometimes, and people just live on the internet and forget that. They forget that big time. Anyway, so I'm been spewing a bit of stuff. People always say I talk, spew out stuff. So that's my little spew there. But let's keep going down. So where can the community expect to interact with JMods? So they're saying that. I mean, I've used the RuneScape forums. I didn't mind them, honestly. Now and again, like using them, I did use them, and it was cool, like a place to be. But I don't think I've ever interacted with a JMod on them. So Discord makes sense, like totally. I know a lot of social media team on Old School RuneScape, which is the main game I play. They use Twitter, which works, especially for on-the-go updates. Subreddit, I don't think. I think a lot of Old School RuneScape maybe will, but I don't think the casual player base will. I think Twitter mainly. Twitter's probably. What about saving forum interactions? We want to give everyone ample time. So it's good, in my opinion. Jagex this is the RuneScape team. This is just Jagex RuneScape team, like RuneScape, Old School RuneScape. I don't think they've done the right thing by at least giving people time to preserve the content that matters to them, as it says, and that's so people know there's a time period where they can save screenshots. I'll probably go in myself and save some funny ones. I probably will be saving, actually archiving. Oh no, that won't matter. All my, no, sorry, disregard that. Just funny things that you have. So if you have any, I don't know how old it goes back to. Like, I don't think it does, because I remember some of my ones aren't there from a long time ago, whether they got deleted or something. But if you have any ones in the past, few years that you think were funny, you could obviously save them. And basically, they're saying to those who've contributed into the forums throughout the years, they're saying thank you. Community is truly one of a kind. So it's quite nice. I mean, there's a lot of people in the forums besides the trolls and the guys that need to, get a life. There are a lot out there that help the players, and that's what I love about the game, is people that, regardless of if they're an asshole or not, they can at least bridge the gap and help the player in their own way. And I think the forums has been a place like that. And also selling items, rare items and things, it's been a good place for that. Me and my mates used to just use it pretty much for that, like a commodity thing back before Grand Exchange. So when we used to trade in Falador and Varrock and stuff like that back way back, we would always use the forums, and that's how a lot of people used them. And then when Grand Exchange came out, I feel like that was the first nail in the coffin for the forums, because unless you needed a specific thing, which was like 1% of the player base would need that niche thing, the rest of the player base was happy to buy it in-game, or through a clan, because they had clans, which made it easier, or just generally through GE. So I'd be interested to see what everyone thinks about this. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Is this a bad thing? Let me know, is my take on it bad, or were you offended? Like, I don't like offending anyone, so if I have, I apologise, but I honestly don't think the forums... All I would say is this, is if there was a cost ratio where they could maintain it without it costing anything, I think they would keep it. Like, I just think... But there must be some sort of thing where they want resources not used on it because it's just not used enough, and it would cost, some sort of money, wherever that's coming from. But and also probably they want to shift so they have it one less place, so it's a little less confusing, because I feel like people that join the game now, who have never played this game before, or may have played a long time ago, they've either completely forgotten about the forums, or they're not even going to see it anyway. So I honestly think this is the best time to do it, because they're not kidding themselves. So yeah, if you have used the forums and this is news to you, make sure, if you do have any memories there, to screenshot them. I know a lot of players like keeping memories and evidence of those memories. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.